You have worked so hard, you've saved up some money, and you're interested in investing in a property or in a piece of land. Before you do this, make sure you have a lawyer. This lawyer would be very, very beneficial to you. So what this lawyer would do would be to do a land search with the help of the ministry. And this ministry is at Alausa. Now, this is to make sure there is no hold on the land, there's no dispute on the land. Also, this is to make sure that there's no future plans of any government works on there, like road or drainage or anything that has to do with infrastructure in place. And beware of any developer or any agent that will tell you, oh, this is Lagos, don't worry, there's nothing like that, we will give them money or we'll sort them out with XYZ amount of money. Beware of any agent or any property developer that will tell you that, because at the end of the day, you do not want to save up after working so hard and give it to, just leave your money to go in the drain because you've not done your due diligence. So after the investigation and everything comes out clean, everything is fine, you can now take the survey plan to your architect. The architect is going to draw out 3 plans for you, which includes the structural, the mechanical, and the electrical planning. And you will need these drawings to present for approval of the building. Please, to avoid demolition, you need to contact Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, which is LASPA. This body is responsible for giving approval for buildings. So you make sure you go to this office and do the needful to avoid stories that touches the heart. Another thing to consider will be the soil. If you're not sure of the soil, you can get a soil engineer to do a topography test on the land. This is to make sure that the right foundation is done for that building. So now you can commence your building work, but make sure you contact the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Now these people, they come into the site to do inspection, and they do this inspection at every stages of the building construction. For instance, when you start the foundation, they come in to inspect to make sure that the foundation is fit for purpose. And when you get to the lintel stage, they come in again. So at every stage of the building work, they come in to make sure that the building materials, the workmanship, and every other thing that has to do with the structure of the building is well done. After each inspection is done for the different stages, they give you a certificate of completion after each inspection. So make sure you do the needful to avoid demolition. The third people that you're supposed to contact will be the Lagos State Safety Commission. This body, they come to the working site to make sure that everybody that works on that site is adhering to the health and safety in the premises. They need to make sure that the construction company that is handling the building project is aware, and they have policies and procedures in place for health and safety. This is just to make sure that everybody working on the site is working in a safe environment. Another body that you should be contacting will be the Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory. This body is responsible for the quality of the building materials that will be using on the building site. You would agree with me that it doesn't actually make sense to go through all the life struggles, all the life's wahala. You work so hard, you save up some money that is enough to, build a mansion, a bungalow, a duplex. It doesn't matter the size of house. The main thing is you've worked so hard to make this money, and because you've not done your due diligence, you now end up losing your money in the long run. So it doesn't actually worth it. So let us do the needful. I sympathize with all the homeowners that lost their properties a few weeks ago. That is not what you even pray to happen to your enemy. That was really heartbreaking to watch. Things like this happens and you ask yourself, what is wrong with the system? I want to believe that before those constructions were erected, they must have gone through approval before they were put up. But at the end of the day, we are in a country where, when I mean everything goes, I mean it literally. So With this in mind, before you commit or before you put down your money for such investment, you need to make sure that you've done the needful by making sure all these checks I've explained in the beginning of this video is done. I won't be surprised if the developers are actually aware of the situation of the land when they got it. But Nigeria is a country where things like this happens. You actually see people that will tell you, oh, don't worry, we'll sort this out, don't worry, just bring 100 million or just bring 50 million, or as the case may be, they'll just charge you some amount of money and you pay, and you think everything is fine. Some developers, they go through the back door to get these documentations which end up being fake, which are not registered in the system of the relevant government agencies. And in this situation, the developers are nowhere to be found. But I know if the government want to chase this, I know they can. Because at the end of the day, they went through the system. So if they actually want to chase these people to get them, they can do it. It might cost them some money and some time. I think they owe it to the citizen to make sure that there are measures in place to, deter people from doing these things. Because in the long run, people lose their livelihood, people lose their property. I can't begin to imagine what these people are going through. To lose their homes, not just the homes, to lose the memories and watch it being demolished the way it was done last week. I believe it's high time that these developers that go through the back door to sell these houses and properties to people, I believe it's high time that they are brought to books, because this cannot keep happening and they will always go scot-free. I don't think it's a fair system. And for the prospective home buyers, I would always advise, please do the needful. We always have a consultation with all our clients, advising them on all the things that they need to do before they get a piece of land or before they get a house or any physical real estate. Once again, my heart goes to all the people that lost their homes 2 weeks ago. I will end this video now. I hope you've gained 1 or 2 things from this video, and if you've enjoyed it, please do join me again next time.